I don't hear it talked about much. I talk about it often, but I think a very important skill in golf is visualizing the target line. A lot of people have a hard time seeing that. Hey everyone, we're going to talk about how to aim a shot in golf. I'm going to give you some things you can do when you practice to help, and then an effective way for you to aim when you're on the golf course. If you're enjoying this free content and you'd like to see more, please support us by liking, subscribing to our YouTube channel, which just notifies you when we have new releases, and comment. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have alignment. And the important thing to understand is these are building blocks. Even though we're focusing on alignment right now, we need to have the other three as well, or else we would hit a great shot into the water. So if I had a great grip and my aim was poor, I just hit this fantastic shot that goes in the water or out of bounds. Now, to help people understand alignment, I like to use these alignment sticks. If you don't have them, you can use golf clubs. And I have two here, but if you only had one, there's a really important place that I like to see you have that one alignment stick or one golf club, whatever you're using, and that's on the target line. So if I was here practicing, I only have one, what I would do is I would put it on the target line. So my target is that yellow flag right down the middle of the fairway. Hopefully you can see it on there. And I've just placed that blue alignment stick on the target line. And I don't hear it talked about much. I talk about it often, but I think a very important skill in golf is visualizing the target line. A lot of people have a hard time seeing that. So practicing with this alignment stick on the target line makes it a lot easier for me to visualize it. Now with the other stick or the other golf club, we're going to call that the body line. And we're going to put that on the ground parallel to the target line. And the body line will be for my feet, my knees, my hips, my shoulders, my forearms. And this is if I'm somebody who tends to hit the ball straight. This is going to be, not much curvature to it. Generally goes fairly straight, maybe a little left, a little right, but generally pretty straight. So I'm going to have my target line, and then I'm going to have a line for my body, or a body line that is parallel to the target line. So if I can get my feet, my knees, my hips, my shoulders, everything lined up, and I make a swing and I bring the club back to the ball square and hit it in the center of the club face, generally that ball is going to go towards my intended target. Now I mentioned earlier that we see tour players and they do a little bit of everything. Some aim left, some aim right. And what they're doing is they're adjusting for their shot pattern. Some play draws, some play fades. So if you're somebody who plays a fade, and for a right-handed player that would be a ball that shapes from left to right, I would aim a little left to give it an opportunity to fall back towards the target, because we don't want the ball working away from the target. So if I'm somebody who fades the ball, I want to start it left and see it working towards the target, never away. And if I'm somebody who draws the golf ball, so that would be for a right-handed player more of a right to left shot shape, I would be aiming more to the right, again, to accommodate that shot shape. I want the ball to start out to the right of the target and come back to the target. I don't want to start at the target and work away. That's when a lot of bad things happen. So that's all well and good and a lot of fun, and it's easy to see when I can put these clubs or alignment sticks on the ground. But what happens when I'm on the golf course and I don't have the luxury of having these alignment sticks down? And what I do, and I teach to all my students, and I don't think I'm unique in teaching this, I think most teachers teach this, but I like my students to pick an intermediate target in front of the golf ball. So what they do, or I do myself, is I'll start behind the golf ball, and I'm looking for an intermediate target between my golf ball and that yellow flag out there. The only thing that's a little different from what I hear other teachers coach is I like the intermediate target to be within about 2 or 3 feet of the golf ball, so very close to the golf ball. And I'm looking for an old divot, a leaf, a blade of grass, something specific. And once I pick that out and I get in here, now it's very organized. It's very close to the balls. I'm standing over the ball. I'm not looking, oh, I'm aiming at that piece of grass 40 yards out in front of me, which in my opinion is just as hard as aiming at that yellow pin 150 yards downrange. So it's all very organized. I've got my blade of grass, and the process that I like to see as you're aiming or as you're walking into the shot is I like to see you aim the club face first, because we know the face is the most important variable for the starting direction of the golf ball. So I get the face aimed at my intermediate target. Then in my mind I'm visualizing that target line, just a line in front of the ball all the way back to the camera. And the last thing I'm doing is making sure my feet, my knees, my hips, my shoulders, everything is square. And then I make my swing, and if I present that club face square and I hit it somewhere near the middle of the club face, I see a ball that goes towards my intended target. So now you know how to practice your aim on the driving range, a great way to aim yourself while you're on the golf course. And if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, there's 2 more playing here right now that I promise will help you to continue to improve your game. And remember, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and comment.